Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Donna Gray and I'm a Stamping Up demonstrator from the Northern Rivers area in New South Wales, Australia. And I'm going to do some live crafting today using some of our awesome Stamping Up products. So in case you don't know what Stamping Up is, I'm a Stamping Up demonstrator and I sell all things to do with crafting. So anything that you may be interested in as far as stamps, inks, cardstock, ribbons, embellishments, absolutely anything your heart desires for your crafting habit, we sell through my online store. So if you're ever interested in purchasing any of the products that I use in my video, they are available through my online store. And you just need to go down into the show more comments and you will find the link to my online store, or you can call me, or anytime that you're watching my video. Throughout the time that you're watching my video, you will see that there is a banner across the top and it has my online store link, it has my email address, and it also has my phone number. So good morning, everybody. Welcome to my live crafting session. I'm so excited to be crafting with you again this morning. I love when you join me for some live crafting. So thank you very much. And once again, if you're watching this video, please feel free to share onto your social media sites, so onto your Facebook, onto any of your social media sites to help me get my crafting out there to more people. So if we share, it helps my video be seen and it also reaches more people that may be interested in crafting or purchasing any of the crafting products. So we've just started, we've just kicked over into July, and one of the awesome things about July is that we have our earn a $9 coupon code. So I'm just going to switch down to my desk so I can tell you a little bit about that, and then we will get on to stamping. So we have bonus days. So bonus days are when we actually, every $90 that we spend, we can earn a $9 coupon. And then you get to spend those $9 coupons in August. So any of the spending that you do right now, you can actually earn $9 coupons for August. Now, what happens in August is this beautiful brand new holiday catalog will be going live to customers. I think it's about the 3rd or the 4th of August. I'm not, let me see, does it tell me here? No. It's the beginning of August anyway. So you'll be able to purchase from this brand new catalog. Now, this is our holiday catalog, and you may say, oh my God, it is so early to be thinking about Christmas. But for the people that do Christmas in July, because a lot of people celebrate Christmas in July, it has come at a really handy time. But you may say, so us as demonstrators, we're able to purchase from this catalog right now. So you may say, but I can't get any of the products until August. So how do I do that? Well, the other way is to join my team. So during the month of July, if you join my team during the month of July, you can purchase any of the products out of this brand new holiday catalog in your starter kit. Now, joining Stampin' Up is nothing to be scared of. A lot of people say, oh, I don't think I want to do that. I don't think I want to get locked into being into anything. Jeanette say, yep, going to spend my coupons on the mini catalog. Exactly. So joining my team means that you not only get the awesome deal of the starter kit, which is $235 worth of product that you get to choose, and you can choose some products out of this brand new catalog. I'm not allowed to show you inside yet, but I have my pre-order already on its way. So I will be, when I get my pre-order, I will be doing some crafting with it to show you. But when you join Stampin' Up, you get a 20% discount on all of your following orders from the time that you purchase your starter kit. Whatever you stay current, you get 20% discount, and you can earn up to 25% discount when you get to another level. And you can do that wholly and solely just by purchasing by yourself. So if you're interested in joining my team, please feel free to jump onto donnagray.stampinup.net and click the join button. And if you do that, you can read all about joining, and then you can click the join now, and you can get on with purchasing your starter kit, or you can call me and ask me any questions that you may have. Now, if you're brand new to watching me on YouTube, please feel free to let me know that you're brand new to watching me on YouTube, because I love knowing that I'm reaching more people. So if you're brand new, please don't lurk in the backgrounds. Please say hello. Please let me know that you're brand new and you've been watching. And yes, so Cheryl's saying in the US, it's $50 that you spend and you get a $5 coupon. Here in Australia, if you spend $90, you get a $9 coupon. So it's super, super fun to be able to do that. So that is coming. And as I said, if you want to join my team, I would love to have you as part of my Wild Heart Crafters team. I can tell you, we have some super, super fun. All right. So the first thing I'm actually going to do this morning is I'm going to play with the All Things Fabulous stamp set. Now, I've had some requests to play with this stamp set. So this is a 3-stage stamp set, and you have more than one flower in this stamp set to do the 3-stage stamp set. Now, you may look at that and you may think, wow, this is so hard to be able to work out what pieces go with what pieces. Well, it's not actually that hard, because on our stamp set, I've got everything mounted up, ready to go. But on our stamp set, and I'm going to probably bring in a white piece of paper here. Now, you may not be able to see this in the video, but we have some little markings here. So for this flower here, this is called flower number 2, and it says 2A, 2B, and 2C. So it lets you know these are the 3 pieces that you need to make that flower. This one here is 1A, 1B, and 1C. And this one here is 3A, 3B, and 3C. So I'm actually going to show you how to make, no, I didn't reach $1 million, Jeannie. I reached 100,000 in CSV. So no, I'm nowhere near the $1 million. I've only been a Stampin' Up demonstrator for 4 years. So no, I'm not anywhere near that. I actually just reached 100,000 CSV. So, which in Australian dollars, that's about $170,000 worth of crafting products I've sold in 4 years. So thank you for that, and thank you for congratulations. But for me as a new demonstrator, only 4 years young, it's a pretty big achievement to be able to do that. And I reached that yesterday morning. So thank you to all of my customers, everybody that has purchased products from me, that has allowed me to reach that 100,000 CSV. So 100,000 CSV gets me a little bit of a bonus payment as well. So thank you, everyone. Okay, so back to this stamp set. So we have those 3 levels. So I've actually got them all sorted out. We have a set of dies. So it's called All Things Fabulous. We have a set of dies also that cuts out the flowers, the leaves, and it's got this beautiful die here. I'm going to use that probably on my card today. So I've done some stamping of the flowers ahead of time and cut them out, but I'm going to show you how to stamp these flowers, because that's what you want to know. And I don't want to skip that part. I want you to all see what that part is like. So I'm going to bring in, now it's a photopolymer stamp set. So I'm actually going to bring in my Pierce mat when I do this to make sure that I get a really good cushioning underneath my stamps. So I'm just going to bring in the first flower. I've got them all set out here in my basket beside me. So with that first flower, I'm actually going to use a combination of Seaside Spray, Night of Navy, and Misty Moonlight. And I'm also going to grab a Post-it note to pop beside me here, because I'm going to stamp off with some of the colors. So one of the things that I did with my ink pads, now I just want to show you this. You may see, can you see that lighter look in the middle of my Seaside Spray? I did that on purpose, because sometimes with these really intricate looking stamps, you need to make sure that you don't have too much ink in your ink pad. And my Seaside Spray was very inky. So what I did was I just got a paper towel and I blotted it, or you can actually use like a plastic spoon and push the ink down into your ink pad, but you want it that it's not too inky. So I did that with my Seaside Spray, and I also did it with my Misty Moonlight. And the reason being is I don't want it to be too inky that it loses the detail. So the first thing I'm actually going to do is I'm going to ink that up with my Seaside Spray, the big flower, the large one. And I'm going to stamp that down onto my cardstock. So just like that. The second one that I want to do, I'm going to ink up with Misty Moonlight, but I'm actually going to stamp off that Misty Moonlight onto my Post-it note. Now, you will see that you can find the little gap here to line it up, plus the middle of the flower here. So if you line up that middle of the flower and those gaps and stamp it over, you get that, which it's starting to look really pretty. But the star of the show is when you do the Night of Navy in the middle. And once again, line up this piece right here and these gaps. If you line up that, you have no problems lining them up. You line up that and you stamp it down. And I can tell you, it looks absolutely glorious. So it is really, yes. Okay. So, and Janet was saying, or use a baby wipe, then put the baby wipe in the container so that it doesn't dry out. Yes, you can do that as well. All right. So that's one flower that I've done. So I'm going to move those aside and I'm going to stamp the next flower. So I'm going to bring in those stamps, 1, 2, and 3, or A, B, and C. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to ink up with my Seaside Spray with the large flower. So Seaside Spray, like so. And then I'm going to ink up the Misty Moonlight, but I'm going to stamp it off. And with this one, I found that there's a little tiny gap here. If you line up the little tiny gap over that tiny gap, you'll find that you can line them up pretty easy and stamp it down. So that was Misty Moonlight stamped off once again. And then I'm going to do the last little piece, and we have that little tiny piece again. Let me get this right. Oh, this was the one piece that I had. No, it is like that. Okay. I'm positive that's how I did it. Yes. So then I'm just going to line up the center of that flower like that. And you get a gorgeous flower just like that. All right. So now I'm actually going to bring in the third and final flower. Oops, I just moved my desk. The third and final flower is the small one. So I'm going to bring those ones in. Same thing again. I'm going to ink up with my Seaside Spray like so. Okay. My Seaside Spray is starting to ink up again. Misty Moonlight, I'm going to stamp off. And then with this one, I'm just going to line up that centerpiece like so. And then with that final piece, I'm going to ink that up and I'm going to line up. There's some gaps in here. So I'm just going to line up those gaps just like that and stamp it down. And we've got a gorgeous flower again. So that's the 3 flowers showing you how to stamp the 3 flowers. So I've done several flowers and I thought I'll do that ahead of time so that you didn't have to watch me do that for all of the flowers that I've got. And I don't know how many flowers I'm going to use. As I said, I've stamped the flowers and that's as far as I got with stamping all this. And then I thought I'll just go with the flow for the next lot. Okay. So then with the dies, you will find that you can pop your dies on and cut these out really easily. If I can pick the die up. So we've got the small die here, which it goes on like so. We have the medium die, which it goes on this one, like so. And we have the large die, which it goes on this one like that. Okay, so you can cut them out really, really easily. Now, I've done several of the flowers and cut them out ahead of time so that you can see the difference in these flowers. And we're going to build a card somehow. So I'm going to pop those aside. And I actually want to cut out this piece here as well, because I want you to see what that looks like cut out. So I'm actually going to run that through the die cutting machine. So we'll bring the Big Shot in. And I feel like I want to run it through in, I'm thinking Night of Navy. So I'll just grab a piece of that. Okay, so I'm just going to pop a piece of Night of Navy down there. Now this one, I'm actually going to cut it up this way. It's a very intricate die. I'm going to lay my cardstock on there. So I'm going to pop it out towards the outside of my Big Shot because the pressure is the hardest on the outside of our Big Shot machine. And I'm going to pop my cardstock over, pop my plate on, and hopefully that didn't move, and run that through. And I'm going to run it through a couple of times, so backwards and forwards a couple of times, because it's got a lot of cutting blade on that die. So we want to make sure that we get that cut through really, really nicely. Yes, you could use the Stamparatus to do this stamping, Jeanette. Yes, definitely so. Wow, look at that. How good did that cut out? How beautiful is that? All right. Yes, definitely, Janet. So, and it would be easy to line them up. You could have them on your plates and have them lined up. And I'll show you a trick with that because I'm going to be using my Big Shot machine in a little, my Stamparatus in my next card that I'm going to be doing. So you'll be able to see how to line things up in that and how it would make it easy for you. All right, so we have that. Now, I have no idea where I'm going from here. I have card bases, which I'm going to work out what I'm going to do. So I've got Seaside Spray, I've got Misty Moonlight, and I've also got Night of Navy. So I think I'm actually going to do Seaside Spray as my card base. So my card base is cut at 5 3/4 by 8 inches, and I'm going to fold that in half, which will give me a card front size of 4 inches by 5 3/4 inches. So just like that. And always use a bone folder to crease your card because it creases really nicely. I never ever score my cards unless it's Whisper White cardstock. That's the only time I ever score my card, pre-score it. All right, so I'm feeling like I want to have a layer, a nice dark layer in here of our Night of Navy. So I'm going to bring in my trimmer, and I'm going to cut a layer of that. So I'm going to cut this layer, I'm thinking at 3 3/4 by 5 1/2, 3 3/4 by 5 1/2. Okay, so that's 1/4 inch smaller than my card front size. So that's going to go on there nicely and give me a nice border all the way around. Okay, so the second thing I want to do is I feel like I want to do Misty Moonlight, but I feel like I want to emboss it so that we get a little bit of texture happening in behind. So do I want to do that or do I want to do white? Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to do white. I'm going to do a layer of white because I want all the other elements to stand out. Now, this one is cut at the right size, so I need to cut it down a little bit. So 3 3/4, I'm going to cut it down to 3 5/8 by 5 3/8. And that's going to give me a tiny, minute border of Night of Navy in behind this piece. So we can see here, we're going to get a 1/16 of an inch border all the way around. Okay, so I'm going to emboss that with, let me see. My Tasteful Textile 3D embossing folder. So I'm just going to pop that piece of cardstock in my folder. So just like that, with the Stampin' Up emblem facing up so that we know that that is the right way up for our cardstock. I'm going to bring in my Big Shot machine again. Now, this time I'm using just my base plate and my blue embossing plate because it's one of our new 3D ones. So it's going to give us a really good embossed layer. And you will notice that I put the fold side going through my embossing machine first so that I don't break the spine of my embossing folder. That is a definite must to make sure you put your fold going in through first. Can you see that embossed layer? It is simply stunning, but that will add a little bit of interest in behind our card. So I'll pop that out of the way again. All right, so that's starting to come together nicely, and we have this gorgeous piece here. So I feel like I want to pop some of these beautiful flowers in, and we've got 3 different types of flowers, so we could probably do this, and maybe a little one up through there, and maybe a similar thing down the bottom. I'm not real sure. As I said, I haven't really planned out what I'm actually going to be doing here. That, and maybe a little one. So that's coming together quite nicely. I'm going to pop a strip in the middle for a sentiment. Or we could even go diagonally. Actually, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go diagonally. I'm going to pop my flowers down along here on the diagonal, and then I'll pop them in underneath. So I'm feeling like I want to do something like this. So I have quite a lot of flowers here. Something like that. And we've got some little flowers. And another little flower there. And I have some Seaside Spray ribbon that I've got here in my basket, which I love my Seaside Spray ribbon. So I was thinking I could maybe do it coming down through there at a diagonal, and maybe even popping this in behind. So first thing I'm going to do is glue those bits together. You've been very impressed, Jeanette, with the blue, with the new embossing folders. They're gorgeous, aren't they? Absolutely stunning. You can't wait to see the new machine next month. I know. We have a new die cutting machine coming next month, which will be super, super exciting. And for customers, it will be coming on the 1st of September. Okay, I'm going back through just to see if I haven't missed anything. Late signing in, someone please tell me what set Donna is using. Okay, Maureen, it is All Things Fabulous at the moment. All Things Fabulous and the dies that match, which are called the Fabulous Florals dies. So sorry, Maureen, I've now caught up on that message. Okay, So now what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to place my ribbon. I want to get that at a bit of a diagonal so that that can then work out where I'm going to place everything. So I'm actually going to pop it at a diagonal like that. So I'm actually just going to turn that over. I'm going to bring in just some normal sticky tape. You could use your double-sided tape to do this, but I'm just going to use some normal sticky tape because it's and I don't know what you probably I'm trying to think of what you would call it overseas. Anyway, just normal tape. That's all I'm going to use. And I'm just going to stick that down. I know at one stage people used to call it something like Durex. I know my mother calls it Durex all the time. To me, it's sticky tape, but anyway. All right, so we have that going down at a nice angle, just like so. And then I know you're going to cringe when I do this, but I'm actually going to bring in my little baby trimmer and I'm going to cut that in half. And you know, we as demonstrators can buy these little baby trimmers now. I actually said I wanted them to make it a supply item, and it's now a supply item to us. I'm not sure whether it's available to customers, but it is to demonstrators. So I'm just going to cut this in half, straight down the middle, straight down like that, and cut it in half. Now, the reason for that is I feel like I'm going to pop it out here and then I'm going to build my flowers on top. Okay. And then if I build my flowers over the top, no one will ever know that I trimmed that. You might have to bring them in a little bit. Just needed them to spread out a little bit more. Like that. Like that. In here like that. Couple of little flowers. And we need some leaves to stick in here. So I'm going to probably cut some lighter colored leaves in here like that. And then I'm thinking just a couple of flowers popped around. That's looking pretty good. All right, so now it looks super cut in half. It does, doesn't it? We could do that, or we could actually have it going along the edge. No, I think I'm just going to do it like that. I think that looks pretty nice. We've got a load of flowers on there. All right, so I'm going to turn these over. And I'm wondering whether I have my little, yes, I do. I do. And where are my silicone mats? Over here. Okay, so this is my little glue trick that I do. And you can see I've been doing some of it here. I squeeze out some of my liquid Tombow. And then with these, I've got a little sponge and I'm just going to turn them over. I'm going to spread out that glue a little bit there. And then I'm just going to dob some glue onto that die cut. So just like that. And then you will be able to just glue it onto your project, no problem whatsoever. So I'm just going to glue that on there like that. No glue squishing out, nothing. It's super, super easy to do. So I'm going to grab the second one. Make sure you put it in a different spot though, so you don't get glue all over the front. Get some more glue onto your sponge and just sponge it on. Now, if you haven't tried that glue trick, I urge you to try it because it is so much better than getting glue glugged all over your fingers. And then you can just press it on. Or we have our new adhesive sheets. So our new adhesive sheets are great. If I had a thought about that, I could have stuck some of the new adhesive sheets on the back and it could have been all self-adhesive straight away. All right, so I'm now going to sort out my flowers again. I think I'm going to do something a little bit so that it's a little bit even here. So, okay, so I'm going to glue those two down directly. As I said, as usual, I'm winging this. I had a bit of an idea, but not really. That's me in general. That's how I roll. Okay, so that. And then I'm going to arrange some of these bigger ones like that. And a smaller one just sitting in through here. I don't want to cover up too much of that gorgeous little image there. And maybe that one there. Yeah. Not covering up too much. I'm going to go the big ones down through here and fill it in with some of the little ones there. And I can fill in with a little one there and maybe that one down through there and a little one over there. Just like that. Easy as that. I think that's super, super good. So I'm going to glue those two large ones down and then I'm going to pop the two little ones up so that it gives us a little bit of dimension happening. So I'm going to do that one like so. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining. Please feel free when you jump on to share back onto your Facebook social media sites so we can get more people joining us for some of this crafting fun. So those two there. Okay. And then I'm going to, while that's taking hold, I'm going to grab some dimensionals and pop some dimensionals on the back of that one. It's actually not too bad here, Camilla. I'm not actually that cold. At one stage I opened up the doors because I was feeling quite warm. So that one there on a dimensional and another one here. So we've got some gorgeous flowers happening there. Beautiful. And I feel like I want to pop one down here and maybe one up in that corner there. What do you think? And then I've got to find a sentiment here, which in this, it has wishing you all things fabulous. You make the flowers smell sweeter and the sunshine brighter. Oh, that's cute. Let me see. And I want to cut out some blue leaves as well. I need to do the blue leaves first. So I'm going to use some of the Misty Moonlight, I think. And I'll cut some leaves out. So I'll bring in the big shot and we will cut out. There's a few leaves here in the dies. Oh, don't you love it when that sticks like that? Ah, there. There and there. So we've got lots of leaves to use here, which is great. Okay, so I'll grab the big shot machine again and bring it in. Can see you all chatting with each other there. Now, I do apologize if I do not see your comments. If you have a question and I haven't answered, please just ask again. Hopefully I will be able to catch it. Sometimes when I'm crafting, I have a hard time keeping up with the comments flying by, but please feel free to ask again if you have a question. Now I have some winners from last week's live video, and I'm actually going to do a few live drawings today, because when I've been drawing them after the live and then announcing them the next week, I'm finding that people aren't actually emailing me and claiming their prizes. So you need to claim your prize. So you need to tell me what state you're in. And I'm sorry, but the prizes can only go to people that live in New South Wales. So, yes, I'm thinking the same thing, Maureen. Maureen's saying now that you've got some leaves, you may not need the flowers. And I'm just going to see how I go. I'm just going to run these through. And as I said, I am winging it. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just making it up as I go. So please let me know if you're a first-time watcher and that you live, what state you live in New South Wales, because I would love to know if you're new to crafting as well, or if it's the first time that you've watched me. So I've got enough leaves there. I think that will do us. So I'll just grab those dies and pop them back, get rid of that. Okay, get that out of the way. So we have quite a few leaves there now. So I feel like I want to tuck some of these leaves in, and that's just going to bring this to life. I'm going to tuck a few leaves in underneath. How cute is that? Tuck some in there. And maybe some out over there. Okay, I think that's enough. I think that's looking quite cute. We might need just a couple of little ones tucked up, maybe there. Yep. There. Much better. You're a 6-month stamper, Jeanette. So you started 6 months again. No, I know you've been watching me for quite a while. Maureen says that she's amazed how you leave things and can wing it on live. I go live with everything planned and cut ready to go. Yeah, well, you know, it's something that I do. It's not because I want to do it that way, Maureen. It's because I'm not organized. And then I'm like, oh Lordy, it's like Saturday morning and I've got to go live, and what have I got planned? I did get out the sets that I wanted, and I did have a bit of an idea of what I was actually going to do, but yeah, it's not planned, it's not pre-cut, it's not organized at all. But you know what? I like people to know. You've been stamping a couple of months, Kay. Actually, do you know what, Kay? Now that you're on, because I picked some winners from last week, and guess what, Kay? You are actually one of them. I have picked you as a winner. So I'm just going to announce the winners from last week. I picked 3 winners from last week. So Kay is from Queensland, and I've given you the gorgeous Parisian Flourish embossing folder. So congratulations to Kay Bellett. And I've also got a few more winners here. I've got Paula Cochran from Victoria. Paula, if you're watching, I've given you have won these gorgeous, they're called In Good Taste Elements. So congratulations to Paula Cochran from Victoria. And I also have Vicky Davis from New South Wales, and Vicky was a first-time watcher last week. So I'm hoping that Vicky has returned this week, and she has won the Bonanza Buddies stamp set. So congratulations. They are the 3 winners from last week, and I will actually choose some winners for this week. So you need to tell me where you're from, what state you're in, if it's your first time watching, if you're a return watcher. This one here is from Annette Gardner, was the winner of this one, and Annette hasn't claimed her prize. Now, anyone to claim their prize, what you need to do is email me on bejeweled01@gmail.com, and claim your prize. Tell me your postal address and I would be happy to send those prizes out to you. But you need to claim your prize, people, because if you don't claim your prize, I'm just going to have to give it away to somebody else. You get 2 weeks to be able to claim your prize. So congrats for that. And I will draw some winners at the end of this live. So please feel free to keep on and stay with me so that you can see if you're going to be a winner at the end of the live. But you need to be commenting, you need to be chatting with me so I can pick a winner at the end of this live. All right, so we've popped our leaves on there and I'm thinking that's looking really, really pretty. Okay. Now I need to stamp my sentiment, and I'm feeling like I'm going to use a strip of cardstock that I have left over. So these are always just strips that when I'm cutting my layers, I keep all my strips and I'm able to then use them as my sentiment layer. So I'm just going to, this one here, I think I really like it. You make the flowers smell sweeter and the sunshine brighter. I think is gorgeous. So I'm going to mount that up onto a block. And I'm going to stamp that in Night of Navy, I think. So ink that up. And I do want to bring in my Pierce mat because it is a photopolymer stamp set. So we want to make sure that we get that stamped really nicely on there. Oh, and we didn't stamp it nicely at all. Lucky we have 2 sides to our cardstock. I was too busy looking at people walking past my back window here. Okay. So I'll try that again. You're multitasking, Mary. I tend to do the same thing. Okay, that one is better. All right. So now I think I want to trim that down a little bit to make it a little bit thinner. So I'm going to bring in my baby trimmer once again. I'm going to close my ink pad so I don't get that all over me. Bring in my baby trimmer. Trim that down a little bit so that it's a bit thinner. Not quite that thin. There. Okay, trim that down. And a little smidge off that side. There, so I've got it a little bit thinner, which that looks a bit better. And I'm then going to grab my triple banner punch. Okay. I feel like I'm going to bring it in from the side there. So I'm going to banner that end there. So triple banner punch, if you don't have this, I'm telling you, it is a great staple in my craft room. Okay. And okay. Thank you, Kay. I just seen you've just messaged me, emailed me. I was like, my phone's going off. Why? What's happening? And it was Kay giving me her address. So thank you, Kay. That's awesome. All right. So I'm just going to pop that up onto some dimensionals and I'm going to pop that on the front. Okay, so I'm going to line that up because I'm going to trim that off equal with that. So I think I'm just going to pop that there and trim that off. Do I need a bow? Do you think I need a bow? So trim that off. I feel like it needs something. What have I got in here? Needs something like an embellishment, some sort of embellishment. I I'm feeling like I might bring in these. There's some nice clear ones. So these ones here are the Elegant Faceted Gems. And I'm going to use the clear ones here because I think the clear ones are going to look really, really nice in the centers of these flowers. Look at that. And a little one in that one up there. Just to add that little bit of oomph to the card. And then I'm going to add just a couple randomly around. I didn't want to overpower it too much with embellishments, but just to be able to get a little bit of glimmer and shine. And then I'm going to pop that up onto dimensionals. And you know me, I try to not be, my tile keeps moving this morning. I try to not be, I keep leaning on it. I need to stop leaning on my bench. I'm standing up and crafting and I keep leaning my body onto the bench and it pushes my tile. Okay, so that, and then we're going to grab our, take your pick tool and we're going to pop it in and twist as we go. And we're going to collect all those dimensional backings so they don't end up all over our house. And we can pop them in the garbage bin all together in one go. So it's just, you dig it in, twist it. I need to get rid of some of them up there. Pop it in, twist and pull. Pop it in, twist and pull. Pop it in, twist and pull. Okay, so let's pop that onto the front of the card. This card has been taking me ages. And of course, feel like we need a bit of Wink of Stella, don't we? Of course we do. Bit of Wink of Stella just to add some yumminess into those flowers. So I'm just putting the Wink of Stella just in those detailed parts of the flower. Remember that your Wink of Stella may move your ink around, so be very careful. I mean, these are great because they're being inked for quite a while, so. And then, of course, the old spritzing technique. I don't know whether I can do it with my sore wrist, but we will have a go. Squeeze a bit down into the barrel and spritz it over the front. And that poor Wink of Stella is just about empty. Let's see if we've got a better one. This one? Probably not, but we'll try. They all sound a bit empty. I think I need a new one. Oh, that one's better. And it gives us some lovely spritzing over the front of the card. So for the insert of the card, I'm just going to grab a white insert. Now, I could stamp a flower, but because I have these leftovers, I'm actually just going to glue one of the leftover flowers here. Actually, I've got a couple. So I might glue couple of flowers just on that insert. So there, there, and there. And we have some leaves left as well. So we can pop some leaves up through there, a leaf maybe down through here, and a little tiny leaf we can probably pop out through there. So this is going to be a wow factor card, really. I think it's gorgeous. And then I'm really thinking nobody gets me like you do. You make the flowers smell sweeter and the sunshine brighter. Nobody gets me like you do. I think that's a great saying. So I'm going to get that out. I'm going to stamp that on the insert. I'm going to do that with our Night of Navy. And then I'll glue those flowers on. And I'm going to bring in my Pierce mat once again because it is photopolymer, so we don't want to mess that sentiment up. Nobody gets me like you do. Beautiful. All right. And then we'll glue our flowers on. Okay. flower can go there. Oops, we need to glue the leaves on underneath. We'll have time. Surely we'll have time. Ah, yeah, we did. Lucky. Note to people, glue your flowers on first before, glue your leaves on first before you glue your flowers down. So this leaf here, we want to come down through that corner. So we're going to go like that. Then we can glue this flower over the top. Like that. And then this one, we were going to have a little leaf coming out through here and this little flower glued that way there, and there. That looks cute. Okay, so we'll glue our leaves on first. So remember that, people. Glue your leaves on first before you glue your flower on. There. And we'll pop that little flower there. And then we'll glue that to the insert of our card, and something just fell off. The flower just fell off. I'm getting a bit too ahead of myself. I'm like, oh my God, I'm running late. Been going for ages and I've only made one card. So we have that there. Okay. So there you have it. Beautiful card. But don't be scared of stamping those flowers. They are super, super fun. You didn't know about the mat below the stamps. Well, see, Jeanette, you learn something every time you watch me. That's the beautiful part about it. So, yes, it is definitely awesome to learn from people when you learn those tricks. And I do try to bring those tips and tricks to you every time I do something. I try to let you in on all those secrets that make the stamping so much better. All right, so let's move on to the next one. I'm just going to get some of this stuff out of my way so I don't get things all messed up. Okay. We're going to play with Hippo Happiness. This stamp set it's got so much going on. So much going on. All right. I have a color combination of So Saffron, Magenta Madness, Highland Heather, Balmy Blue, and Coastal Cabana. So I have quite a few colors here. And I've got out my cardstock to match. I haven't got Balmy Blue in there, but I've got out my cardstock. Now, isn't that color palette just yummy? I've got Gorgeous Grape here instead of the Highland Heather, but you'll understand why I'm using Highland Heather instead of the Gorgeous Grape when I'm stamping. Because when I started to stamp these colors all together, the Gorgeous Grape was going to be too dark. So I decided that I would move it. So I decided that I would change it to the Highland Heather. But anyway, so I'm going to start off with a simple stamping. So if you're brand new to crafting, this is a simple stamping project, which will be really, really easy. Then I'm going to step it up a little bit. And then I'm going to do something totally different with this set as well. So I have Whisper White thick cardstock here, cut at 5 3/4 inches by 8 inches, scored at 4 inches, and we fold that in half and score it with our bone folder. Now, simple stamping is just card, ink, and stamps, ink, and paper. But when it comes to simple stamping, I do believe that just one simple layer makes your card look a little bit more classy. So what I've got is I've got the butterflies out of this set, which are really, really so stinking cute. Absolutely so stinking cute. So I thought I'm going to arrange a cute little card using these butterflies. So it's a two-step stamping again. So you're going to be using the solid image and the detailed image. And then it's got a little tiny face that we can put on. I don't know whether I'll put the face on, whether I'll bother, but I will show you what the face looks like. And I'm going to use a different array of all these inks. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to use the So Saffron first, and I'm also going to need my little Post-it notes again, because I'm going to need to stamp off. So Post-it notes are great for little small things that you're going to stamp off. It's really, really awesome to have them like right beside you, and you can do it. So I'm going to stamp the detailed piece first, and I'm doing it in So Saffron first. So I'm just going to stamp a cute little detailed butterfly up here in So Saffron. Then in So Saffron, I'm going to ink it up, but I'm going to stamp it off. And this is the solid piece. And you just line the solid piece up over your butterfly like that. And it colors your butterfly, which is super, super cute. Then it's got this cute little trail for where the butterfly flies, and it's got this cute little trail that comes afterwards, and I always get a little bit confused at which way I'm going to do that. So we're going to have a cute little trail from the butterfly. So I started with my lightest ink first, for the simple fact that you have to keep cleaning your stamps in between. Now we have a chamois, which I use continuously. I have it on my desk all the time. So I'm just going to clean off those stamps and get ready to stamp the next colored butterfly. All right, so we have the next one. I think I might do Coastal Cabana. So I'm going to ink up the detailed one again. Okay, and I'm randomly going to stamp that one just here. I'm going to ink up the solid part, stamp off, and then, oops, I didn't stamp off real well there. Stamp off and then stamp over the butterfly, and you get just a light color of that. And then we're going to ink up that little trail again, and we're going to pop a little trail coming out through there. So we've got the Coastal Cabana. Once again, I'm going to clean off again with my chamois. Now you just use water on your chamois, so it's really, really great to have on your craft desk. Okay, so the next color we're going to do is we're going to do Highland Heather. So we're going to ink up the detailed butterfly again. We're going to stamp him over there, or her. And we're going to ink up the solid part. We're going to stamp off. The trail does make it look so cute, doesn't it? It's so super cute. And we're stamping over there, and then we're going to stamp the trail again. It just adds that quirky little fun interest to the butterflies. So clean them off again. And we've got 2 more to go. So we're going to go Balmy Blue this time. I'm going to ink up that butterfly, and we're going to stamp him. And I should have used my mat. I didn't use my mat here, so I do apologize. I should be doing this on my pierce mat. Oh, and I stamped it in the wrong color. That was lucky. Although I could have had a 2-tone butterfly, I don't think it would have really mattered, but I stamped it in Highland Heather because I didn't close my Highland Heather ink pad. Okay, let's go again. And let's bring in the pierce mat like I'm supposed to have, because after all, I am trying to teach new people how to stamp. So I should be doing the right thing. So we're going to do that over there. And then we're going to do that cute little trail again. There, and we've got 1 more to go, and it's the prettiest one, I think, of all. We've got the Magenta Madness. So we're going to clean off those stamps. Okay, and come back through with our Magenta Madness. So we're going to do the detailed one first. Close up that ink pad once again. Yes, there's so much to this stamp set. It's not just the hippo. Everyone's saying about the hippo. It's not just the hippo. There's butterflies. There's so much to this stamp set. So we have that one. We're then going to ink up the solid piece, stamp off. You might get to see the coloring now over the top a little bit more with the pink. And then you can see it colors it beautifully. And then we will grab a cute little trail. Okay, so we have that. Now, in this stamp set, we have the cute little face. So I'm going to see if I can line this little face up. We will have a go. It's, oops, and I just dropped it everywhere. It is the cutest, and I've got ink all over my hands now, the cutest little face that you would ever know. Oh my Lord, that has just taken the cute factor of these butterflies to a whole new level. How cute is that little face? Be careful not to lose that stamp though, like wow. But there you go, so we've got that. Now, I'm going to take a strip of, this is just a strip of cardstock that I have left over from cutting my layers. And there is a sentiment stamp. Where did I put that? Oh, no, it's right there. There's a sentiment stamp here that says, hip, hip, hooray. So I'm actually going to do that in our Magenta Madness. Hip, hip, hooray. Ink it up properly. And I'm going to hopefully not get my head in here, but line that up on that little tiny strip. Hip, hip, hooray. All right. Now, I'm going to cut that off at an angle. Now I'm just going to, there's another stamp in here, which is some little sprays of some stars. So I'm going to ink up in my So Saffron these little stars, and this just makes this card. Okay, so we've got some cute little stars. You are special. Yes. Says hip, hip, hooray. Hippo birthday. When in doubt, be a unicorn. You are special. So we have like a little sheep here, a little you. Thank you so much, and to you. So it's really, really cute. This is the $1 Million stamp set from Robin Carden, so my pink stamper. And she always does some super cute cards. So I'm going to do that. Now, as I said, it is for simple stamping. So we've actually just used cardstock, ink, paper, and stamps. And then I'm actually going to use a tiny bit of ribbon because we need something on here. And I'm going to use our beautiful Magenta Madness. Do we want to use Magenta Madness, or do we want to use this one? This one's actually one of my favorites. Sorry, everyone, I'm walking around my room at the moment and throwing ribbons everywhere. Okay, this one here is one of my favorites. This one's out of the pattern play. Do we want to use this one on the card, or do we want to use both? Both looks pretty good. I feel like I want to use both. Okay, so for someone that's brand new to stamping, this is pretty simple to do. So I'm going to use my Seal Plus. I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to take it off my Pierce mat because I don't want glue on there. I'm just going to use my Seal Plus. One there and one bit there. And then I'm going to pop this ribbon. This ribbon's got like a real glittery, shimmery color to it. And it's Coastal Cabana. So Coastal Cabana is beautiful. So I'm going to do that with that ribbon. And then I'm going to go through with my Magenta Madness, and I'm going to do a ribbon there like that. Cute. Cute as a button. Okay. And then I'm going to glue that onto the front of my card. Now, you can get a much better look by just having a layer. I feel like it just gives it that nicer look, and it's just cutting a layer 1/4 inch smaller than your cardstock. Simple as that. So we're going to pop that on there like that. And then our hip, hip, hooray can go down here. But how cute and easy is that card using those cute butterflies? Hip, hip, hooray. So very simple stamping, very easy. And you've got a cute little hip, hip, hooray card. We need a rainbow ribbon. We do, we do. That's a great idea, Lenny. All right. So let's move on a little bit further with this set, because I wanted to have a go, and I'm going to say I haven't done this with this set, so we're all going to learn together. So I want to stamp this cute little hippo because I think he looks really, really super cute. So I want to give it a go and see how we go. And I've cut out a whole heap of hippos and butterflies and balloons. Now, this is what I was going to say about your Stamparatus. When you're going to line things up, and there's something about being able to line things up properly, if you make a template with your dies and cut them out, then you can pop your pre-cut pieces in here. I am not a lover of lining up tiny little pieces of cardstock and stamps and trying to get the framelit to line up around it. I would prefer to do it this way, that I can pop it in my Stamparatus and line them up and I'm good to go. And I can stamp several, so it doesn't mean that I have to, that I'm limited to just trying to get it good once. If I get it lined up good, I can do it all the time and it will be fine. So I'm actually going to line up our hippo in the middle here. Now I'm going to get my head over here so I can see exactly where I'm going to line it up. So like that. And I'm going to pick that up. And it's brand new, so it's quite inky. Now I'm feeling like I want to do a Highland Heather and probably Gorgeous Grapes. So we might do Highland Heather. So we're going to do Highland Heather as the body of the hippo. So we're going to line our hippo up in here. And we're going to pop that over and stamp it down. And my Highland Heather was not very good there, but we will see what it looks like. Come off. Okay. Absolutely horrid. Now, my Highland Heather is another one of those ink pads that is very, very inky. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to show you what I did with the other one. And we'll get a better, I've got more than one hippo here. So I'm going to do this with my Highland Heather. You're going to freak out when you see me do this, but it makes stamping solid images so much better. So I'm just going to soak up a little bit of the ink. Okay. And now I'm going to ink up my hippo again. I'm going to grab a new bit of paper or cardstock. And we'll go again. And we'll see if this is better. So we're going to do that. Okay, I'm going to ink up my hippo again. That looks better. And we're going to stamp it over. Now, you'll see the difference in this. And the reason that purple hippos, that's okay. We can have hippos any color we want. It's crafting. So see how it's inked a lot better? Now I'm going to grab the other part of the hippo and we're going to line that up on there. We're going to line his ears up. We're going to line his nostrils up. Whoops. Line his ears up. Line the nostrils up. And line the feet up. That could be a start. So that's really good there. I don't want to move it though. There. Okay. So we've got that all sorted. I'm going to turn my plate around and I'm going to pick that one up. Okay. Whoops. And that's what I didn't want to happen. Okay. Put our hippo back down in there. And let's get our gorgeous grape out. Are you ready for it? Gorgeous grape hippo. Oh, and my gorgeous grape is really inky as well. But he's going to look pretty cute. You ready? Look at him. How cute is he? Beautiful. And then he's got a little face that we can put on him. Where's his face? Which one's the hippo's face? Tell me, tell me, tell me. It's not that one. No, it's not that one. Is it this one? I think it's this one. Nope, it's not that one either. Oh, there it is there. Duh. I'm looking at the wrong thing. This one. Okay. So we're then going to line up his face in here as well. So his face is, we've got to line up these nostrils like that. Okay, I'm going to get another plate for my Stamparatus, which is right here under everything. Okay, so let's do this. We're going to pick that up and he's going to bring our hippo with it. And we're going to ink that up with our black Memento ink. And we're going to stamp a little face and nostrils and mouth on him. There we have it. Are you ready? How cute is he? He's gorgeous. Look at that. Super, super cute. So let's go and do this again. Let's line up some different colored hippos. What other color will we do for the hippo? So now that we've got them lined up on our plates, we'll put another hippo in here. And it doesn't matter the combination that we're going to do it in. So I'm going to do the black face first because we have that lined up already. You're going to freak out here, but this is what the Stamparatus is great for. We're going to do the black face. We're then going to ink up. Let's change what color we're going to do here. Would you like a gray hippo? Are we going to be boring and do a grey hippo? But we can. We will do smoky slate and basic grey. Basic grey. Okay, so I'm going to do basic grey on this one because this is the darker, the more detailed part. So we're going to do that in basic grey. Ink him up. Stamp him down in basic grey. Okay. We're going to turn this around and we're going to ink up in smoky slate. We're going to pop him back in there. Go back in, hippo. Stop escaping. Go back in. Okay. Everything's in there, right? And we're going to do, where did I put my smoky slate? There. I've got things all over the desk here. Your grandchildren would love it, you think? Yeah, I think it's cute. So we're going to ink up that solid lighter one now. And we're going to stamp him down. So we have another cute little hippo. Look at that. And there was some smudgy stuff on my cardstock there. But let's clean that off again and we'll do one more. What other color? Do we want to do a pink hippo? What do you think? A Magenta Madness hippo. What do you think? Magenta Madness? Okay, we need to close out some of these ink pads or we're going to get ourselves into a lot of strife here. Let's do a super cute Magenta Madness one. Oh, Jenny, are you on here watching? She said she didn't know whether she would get a chance to get on and watch. I hope you're feeling well. Okay, so we're going to go Magenta Madness. Are we ready for this? Magenta Madness. Freak out as much as you like, but I'm thinking Magenta Madness could be super cute. Okay, I'm going to stamp off for the first bit of Magenta Madness. I'm just going to grab a piece of piece of paper. I want to stamp off the first one and then I'll stamp it because I want it lighter. Oh, and I forgot. We'll try again. I'm too busy panicking about all the ink pads I've got open here. I need to close them up. I'm getting a bit crazy. I need to close them up, get out of this craziness, and we'll go again. Okay, so we need that out of there. We don't want that. We don't want one that, oh, well, it's going to be pretty bright, but that one was supposed to be stamped off. So let's grab another hippo. Lucky I cut a whole heap of these. Okay. And for this one, well, it's already stamped off, but I'm going to ink it up again. Remind me to put the paper in here, everyone. Donna, put the paper in like so. Stamp off. Okay. And now stamp on. That's a bit better. That's what I was supposed to do in the first place. You think pink hippos are the least of what you saw? I think they're cute. What's wrong with pink hippos? Okay, so we're going to do that. We're going to turn it around and we're going to ink up with Magenta Madness and we're going to do full strength now. Magenta Madness here. This hippo is going to be super cute. Nothing like Magenta Madness hippos. It's super cute. Oh, look at that. I don't know about you, but I'm thinking that's pretty stinking cute. And we're going to do a cute little face. Look at that. I don't know, but I reckon that one and the Gorgeous Grape one are my favorites. Look at that. Look at the three together. Now, what do you prefer? Nice bright colors or the gray? Come on, people. Really, honestly. We should have flying pink hippos. Exactly. Exactly. All right. So let's move that out of the way. Now that we've done those fun hippos, I'll clean that up later. Let's do a super fun card using these hippos. All right. I've got die cuts here galore. Throw that one away. Close up my Magenta Madness ink pad. That would be a brainy thing to do, wouldn't it? Okay. Now, I have this awesome cardstock that we have picked out here. Now, one of the things with this Hippo stamp set, and I sort of feel like everyone goes, oh my God, if you don't like the stamp set, then the dies are really good. I think they're both fantastic. So don't get me wrong. Like I feel a little bit that the stamp set is getting overshadowed by the dies, but the dies are simply stunning. So you can see we've got these gorgeous stitched layered label dies. So the dies are absolutely stunning, but I feel like the stamp set has its own place as well. And I really, really think that it's a super cute stamp set. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use, I think, a Whisper White layer, a Whisper White card base. I've got all these colors here because I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I've got Whisper White card base. I'm going to fold that in half. Now, the other thing that I thought was going to go really pretty with this, yes, was our glimmer paper. We have rainbow glimmer paper. So if we've got pink hippos and purple hippos, then we can have some rainbow glimmer paper. I'm sure of it. All right. So I think I'm going to do a gorgeous grape layer to start off with. So I'll cut that to the right size. Okay. So I'm going to cut that 3 3/4. Yeah, 3 3/4 by 5 1/2. Like that. Okay. I'm feeling like, what will I do? This, I think. We're going to do a smaller layer of this. So we're going to do 3 5/8 by 5 3/8. And that's going to give me that cute layer. Okay, let's go with this. I'm going to go down another 1/8 of an inch smaller with the Coastal Cabana. Okay, so that'll be 3 1/2 by 5 1/4. Like that. And we're going to end up with that. Can you see where I'm going with this? Oh, that's looking pretty. All right. Now I feel like we want a bit of texture on this layer here. So I feel like I'm going to grab an embossing folder. And I think I'm going to go the Dainty Diamonds embossing folder because that will be really, really cute. So I'm going to emboss that layer there with the Dainty Diamonds. Okay, so let's bring in the Big Shot machine. And we'll emboss our layer. So once again, with my fold going through that embossing machine, the hippos are so cute, Henny. I agree. I agree. Gorgeous. Okay. Pop that out of the way. All right. So we have that, that, and that. Now, I feel like I want to do some of the dies with this gorgeous glimmer paper. So I'm feeling like something out of this here, because we can put our Magenta Madness Hippo. We could probably put the 2 of them on there. Super cute. 2 little hippo. Okay, so I'm actually going to use something out of this area here. So I'm going to grab the dies that go with that. which I put them over here. I feel like I want to do, is that going to be too big? No. Super cute. Look at that. Okay, so I'm going to cut a piece out of that. Do I want to do that or do I want to do that? Okay, tell me which part of this glimmer paper am I going to cut? That, the purple and the pink, or the purple and the green, or the full-on green color? What do you think? Tell me, greens, purples, or yellows? Green, purple, or yellow? Let me know. You had a phone call, Henny, and you missed what I was saying. Okay, green, purple, or yellow? Thanks, Jeannie. Jeannie says that I do wonders with all stamps. Green, green and purple, purple and green, purple, yellow. Purple seems to be the key, so I'm thinking there. When Anne's saying green, purple, green. Okay, purple and green seem to be the winner, so I'm going to do it right there. So I'm just going to cut a strip of this so that I don't waste a whole heap of that. So it's I'll cut a 4-inch strip like so. Bring in the Big Shot machine and I'll cut that out. So we're going to go the green and the purple. So just like that. That looks cute. Okay. So can you see that? Can you see it's left like a gorgeous, a gorgeous stitched edge all the way around, and it's also stitched this one as well, which is really, really cute. Okay, let's get that out of our way. Okay, so I feel like I want to do Magenta Madness ribbon through the center of this to give us some of the pink coming through. We've got our cute little hippos. Pity I didn't do them like a mirror image, but like that. Yeah, that's cute. Okay, I'm going to layer these ones up. So I'm going to take my Seal Plus. The reason I use Seal Plus, I like the way it glides. Now with our Seal Plus, you can see if you flick it like that, it will be ready to do your next run. Okay, if you don't flick it like that, you'll have to keep turning it over with your fingers to get it to the stickiness to get it ready to go again. All right, so I'm just going to run through that again. Now, when you've got an embossed layer, you have to be careful of how fast you go with this. You have to go nice and slow with the Seal Plus, because the embossed layer will have, the fibers will be broken down on it. So if you go too fast, you'll find it will pull up some of your cardstock. So you've got to go nice and slow. And then, as I said, with it at right angles, flick it back that way. And you'll find that it'll be ready to go each time you go to use it. So I'm just going to glue that one on there as well. So we've got some nice fine borders, but giving us a bit of a rainbow color effect. And then I'm going to do some more fast fuse here. sorry, it's not Fast Fuse, Seal Plus. Reminds me of Fast Fuse. And I'm going to pop a little bit of that ribbon on in the middle, like so. And then I'm going to pop that up onto dimensionals on the front of my card. Another tip, yes, Janet, and that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you get your crafting and to be able to make things easier for you, because with all of the tips that you get, and if you take them on board, you'll find that then crafting won't be as frustrating because everything will be working the way you want it to work. So any information that you can get from people, any tips that you can get is really, really fantastic, because it helps you with your crafting. And we want crafting to be enjoyable. We don't want crafting to be frustrating. And if you're getting frustrated with crafting, then there's got to be a reason of why you're getting frustrated. And please reach out to me if you have any questions that that you're having trouble doing something. Please reach out to me and send me a message. I'm happy to help you. I'm happy to give you any tips that you need to have, because that's how we all learn, is by asking people, how do you do that? Why is this happening? All right, so I'm going to pop that up onto the front of my Whisper White card base. Now that Whisper White card base, I'm not sure whether I mentioned that, it's the thick Whisper White, because it's a lot sturdier for your cards. Okay. So I'm going to do that, and I want my cute little hippos. I want the pink one first. I want them to look like they're having so much fun. And then we're going to take one of the sentiments out of the stamp set. If I can find my stamp set. There it is, under everything. Okay, so Hippo Birthday, I think, sounds really good. What do you think? Hippo Birthday, or, yeah, no, I think Hippo, or Hip Hip Hooray. No, I think Hippo Birthday, I think, sounds really, really cute. So we'll do that, and I'll take another one of those little strips. So remember to save all your little strips of cardstock when you cut your layers, because it is really, really handy for being able to stamp your sentiment strips on those scrap pieces of paper, and then you don't waste anything. Okay, so I'm actually going to do that in, I'm thinking, actually maybe Coastal Cabana, just to bring in a bit of that green happening there. And I've just leant on my bench top again. I need to stick that in place, or stop leaning on it. It's because I'm so short and I go to reach for everything that's in front of me, and I have to push it in to be able to reach it. Okay, so let's just line that up. Hold your breath, people, that I get this lined up properly. Hippo Birthday. Look at that, Hippo Birthday. All right, so I'm just going to pop that on there. So I'm going to cut that at a funny wacko angle like this, because we want it to look a little bit different on there. I'm going to pop up my hippos on that label. So with some dimensionals. Yeah, you hate wasting time. Exactly. That's true. Hey, Barbara. Yes, you'll be able to catch up later. And what actually happens is, when I finish my live, you can actually go back to the beginning and before you click out of it, and you can watch it straight from the beginning. I don't know whether anyone knows that when I'm live, because it takes a little while for it to then, yes, you use the Stamparatus to line it up. Exactly. I'm really short, Jenny. I'm like 156 centimeters. I don't know what that is in feet, but 156 centimeters I am. So I'm pretty short, only tiny. All right, and I'm going to pop that one up on my mini dimensionals. I started off with no mess in my room whatsoever. And since I've been doing this live crafting session, there's a mess all around me on my benches. But the beauty is I have my new bench tops and it is so much better for my live videos. I have so much more room to put all my mess everywhere. You have all your bits and bobs are color sorted into those cello packets and stored in a box. Yes, yes. I keep most of my strips and yeah, use them in Stamps Club. I use them when I do my card making. I use them in lots and lots of times. There is a limit though that I have that I go, you know what, that piece is too small, it's going in the bin. So I do have a limit, but I like the strips for sentiments and things. I'm nearly 10 centimeters taller than you. Really? You're 148 centimeters. Well, see, do you know, one of the funny things when I was in high school, it was so funny. When I was in year 10 in high school, so that's the 4th year in high school here in Australia, they decided that we had like a centenary celebration or some sort of celebration, I don't know, of the school. And they decided that they would take a picture of the whole entire school. So they decided that they would line everybody up from shortest to tallest in the whole entire school. And believe it or not, in the whole entire school, when I was in year 10, I was the second shortest in the whole entire school. There was one girl that was in year 7 that was shorter than me. I was tiny. And yeah, I was called all the short names under the sun, you name it. I was called that. There was even one fella that at school, he was an older fella, like he was in year 10 when I was in year 7, and he called me Mushroom. And I was like, mushroom? Like, really? Seriously? Okay, so I'm going to pop a ribbon on there. And once again, I'm going to use my trick of my double-sided tape because you know me and ribbon, I like it to stay where it's put, the bow. So I'm going to use double-sided tape and I'm going to straddle part of my cardstock and part of my ribbon so that it sticks my bow in place nicely. Okay, now we need a bit of bling on this. I'm sure we need a bit of bling. It's looking quite cute, but I feel like we need a bit of bling. And when I want bling that I want to match exactly like what my card is like, I go to my pearls. I'm like, I love my pearls and I love coloring my pearls with my blends. So we have Magenta Madness in our blends. So I'm going to use the dark Magenta Madness in our blends, and I'm going to color some of my beautiful pearls here for some nice little embellishments on my card. So I'm going to, look at that. Now, doesn't that look yummy? Beautiful. And we could do, I'm going to do a little pink one, and we could do maybe some So Saffron to bring that color out a little bit. Is that So Saffron? That's light. I want dark. What's that one? Dark So Saffron. Okay. Whoops. And you use the brush tip end. And we're going to use that. Whoa. And I feel like I could use, maybe my dark mint macaron would look similar to, yes, Coastal Cabana. Okay, so I've got an arrangement here of lots of pearls that I can use. So have I finished my craft room, Vicky? My craft room is just about finished. I've got some more pieces. I've got some more inserts coming from Coldcraft. And he messaged me yesterday and told me that he would be posting them on Monday. So once I get those in and sorted, I will do a bit of a tour. So I'm going crazy with some of these beautiful pearls, but you know what? It's a fun card, and I think that a bit of bling isn't too bad. What do you think? Have I sold you on the hippos? Like, honestly, the hippos and the beautiful butterflies. I can't remember where I put the butterfly card. Oh, there it is. Okay, we can actually use some of these on this butterfly card as well. So let's use them up. Let's not waste them. I'm going to do one just there. Another one just there. And one just probably down there. Look at that. So I didn't waste any of those that are colored, but so we've got those two and this one. Now hang around, everyone. You want to be in for the prize draw. So please, please write what state you're from, and hopefully you've hung around until the end so I can draw some prizes, because I have a few things here that I want to give away. I'm going to draw 2 lucky prizes. So please type into the comments where you're from, what state you're from. So this is only for Australians only. I'm sorry. So tell me what state you're from, and whether you're a first-time watcher or whether you're a watcher that watches me all the time, because I want to do a giveaway. So let's go back to me, and I'm going to pop the camera back to me. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed that, but hang around because we're going to do the live drawing. So please don't go just yet. I'm just going to wait until some people can type in where they're from, and we will see if we can pick a winner. I'm going to pick 2 winners today. So I will also pick a winner for anybody that comments later on, if you're watching this back later on. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please feel free to hit that subscribe button down below and turn on that bell notification, because that notifies you every time I go live or every time I upload a video. So Sue Emiot, I think it is, Sue is saying that she wishes that she lived in Australia. So okay. So guess what? I'm going to pick one winner. So one winner that I'm going to pick is Laura Wright from New South Wales, from Golmarad. Is that Golmarad? So Laura Wright, I'm actually going to send you, can you see that? The Crackle Paint stamp set. So congratulations, Laura Wright from New South Wales. You are one of the awesome winners of the prize. Now I want to pick a second winner, because the second winner is going to get a pack of these gorgeous, they're called the Artistry Blooms sequins. So I'll pick a second winner. I've got to randomly find someone here. What have we got? Let me see. Elizabeth Mayer. Elizabeth Mayer, congratulations. You are the second winner. So we have, who did we have? We have Laura Wright for the first one. So I need to pop the name on. So you need to email me, Laura and Elizabeth. You need to email me on, and I'll just show you down on my desk once again so you can see where my email is. So I'll just pop you down onto the desk. So you need to email me at bejeweled01@gmail.com, and I will pop these in the post for you. And Elizabeth Mayer, you are the winner of the Artistry Blooms sequins. So congratulations to Elizabeth Mayer. I actually want to show you one more thing too, just a card that I got from a card swap. I have a card swap group that that is awesome. And I just want to tell the winners from last week as well. So if you're watching this back later on, we have Paula Corcoran, that is the winner from Victoria. You've won these gorgeous elements, wooden elements. We have Kay Bellett, which I know Kay has already emailed me because she emailed me while she was watching. And we also have Vicky Davis from New South Wales. And the other winner that hasn't claimed your prize, if you don't claim this prize by Thursday this week coming, Annette, that will be up for grabs for somebody else. So that's for Annette Gardner. You were the lucky winner there as well. So please remember to email me at bejeweled01@gmail.com to be able to claim your prizes. Oops, and I didn't mean to do that. Oops. Okay, so thank you everyone for watching, and until next time, I will be back here at 10 a.m. next Saturday morning for some live crafting. Also, if you don't follow me over on my Facebook page, you may like to follow me over on my Facebook page, because over there you will find lots of things that are happening with Stamping Up. Once again, anything that I have used this morning can be purchased through my online store, and I would love to earn your business. If you don't have a Stamping Up demonstrator in Australia, please let me know. I would be happy to help you out. And also remember that this catalog is live to us as demonstrators as we speak. Sorry, it's very hard to get it at the right angle there. Now, if you want one of these catalogs sent to you in the post, if you're a regular customer of mine, you will automatically get one sent out to you. That is totally okay. If you've ordered from me in the last 6 months, you will be getting one of these catalogs sent out to you. If you haven't ordered from me in the last 6 months and you would like to get your hands on one of these catalogs, if you already have a demonstrator, please ask your demonstrator for them, because they do cost us postage to post them out. But if you don't have a demonstrator, please feel free to email me with your name and address, and I'd be happy to pop one of these catalogs in the post. I should have them next week, so I should be doing them sometime towards the end of next week or early the week after. Everything in that catalog goes live. I'm sure it's either the 3rd or the 4th of August. I'm not quite definite on that date, but the things will be available, or you can pop them in your starter kit. So thank you everyone for watching, and until next time, have a lovely weekend, and I will catch you all here, same time, same place next week. Bye for now.